Hello and warm welcome to each and every one of you, especially to those who are returning and also to the new members. And please do hit the subscribe button to get the regular updates on my YouTube channel. And these are the energies for this for coming weekend, starting today, Friday. And I am being asked to share with you that we are in a most powerful configuration of planetary alignments that has not happened for 750 years, taking us back to the medieval, the 1270 era. And circumstances are revisiting the planet of that time, and there are many changes in the world then as there is now. So it's a sort of like an echoing of the constant recycling of the energies and the alignments here on Earth. I am not an astrologer, so please do go and check out what is actually happening in the heavens, in the stars. We are going into also Venus, which is dealing with matters of love of self, unconditional love, partnerships in all forms, and relationships. And we are coming to a completing of this cycle, because the next movement out of here is where Venus is actually going to be appearing in the sky as a morning star and not an evening star. She always changes when she goes into this retrograde period. And what is that going to mean to us? It means to say that we are like Venus, on the verge of stepping through a portal, a gateway, and this is going to be a massive consideration, because as you go through the portal, which will happen during probably on Sunday, they are saying, you will step out into the world either having done your internal work, and so therefore will step out on a completely new birthing of a new way of being, or you haven't done your work and you will be remaining within the heavier density of what is going on. And this is a personal journey. There's no discrimination as to who's chosen what side. But for those of you who have decided to step up and do the internal work, they're saying absolutely well done. It's been a very heavy and frantic journey for many of you. And you will notice immediately as you step out that your inner sat-nav, your inner guidance, will now guide you to where you are meant to be amongst your tribe, your group that has already planned to come together at this time to be able to bring a wider collective of light. And this is what the actual shutdown in social distancing is all about. It's to prevent light beings joining. And in the joining, your power is more powerful than the sum of the individuals. By putting you all together, you are far more powerful than just an individual soul. And many of you will be actually thinking, or get this feeling that you have taken as much as you can of the circumstances that you are in, and will be looking to move on to another location. This can also do with certain families. They have run their course, and the contract, the pre-contract that you have before birthing, You can now dissolve if you so wish. If it's a powerful link and you very much resonate with those around you, then you are meant to be there. You have come together as your own family tribe to link with other family tribes in the brightness of who you are. And you will know instinctively, because your soul will not allow you to remain. So either you will go willingly, or you will go, and that can be physically or metaphysically, to the new location as to where you are at. And this could also be a new business venture. So you don't actually move physically, but you've moved within the mind. That you no longer accept the overbearing, the overruling corporate worlds and the way that they administer, and you are not going up against them, because that brings you back into the old third dimensional vibrational divide and conquer. But where you are now going to go is you're going to align your mind with what is resonating with your star, and just ignore what is going on. Obviously, we're still living in this world, and we have things like tax and government restrictions. So we are very cautious as we move amongst what's happening there. That's going to take more of a collective. Excuse me. Let's take a drink of water. That's going to take more of a collective approach, and this is why they are. The shadow side is rather concerned about light beings coming together, because with the power of the light beings, there are more light beings on the planet than those that are controlling the situation, manipulating everything. And when those light beings come together, not only will you find your changes in your circumstance happening, but you will also find a domino effect of the bigger constitutions no longer being able to control. It's wisdom, it's knowledge, but in the wisdom aspect of the knowledge, the greater power of the two. And you are powerful. Remember this. You can no longer, as you step out, having removed the mask of covering, trying to fit in as to who you were, you can no longer go back to that place. You will lost everything that you strive. And remember, we are at the portal, the gateway, the doorway into your new way of living. The old has fallen, it's gone. It is no longer part of your destiny. But it's only you that can take you through this weekend. We're looking at Sunday, still working on yourself and being particularly strong in working on your heart center, remaining within your heart center to be able to take you through to where you are going, the choice of your own soul. I will, they've gone quiet on me, so we're going to go over to the cards and see what messages they want to bring through to you. And this is, I think the first part is more of spirit source, talking directly to you of the energies of what's going on. And when we move over to the cards, this is more where your input to source as to your concerns as to what is coming through, and which cards actually find their way to be laid out on the table. And we have a split there, so we can go forward. And do remember, this is, although we're doing the last reading with these gateway cards, which is appropriate, I now know why they've chosen this, because we are at the verge of stepping through your your gateway, the message actually unfolds the entire week, from Monday right the way through to Friday. So you may pick up an overall message from the reading and look at on it as a one collective reading. Not all will resonate with you because this is a collective, not a personal reading. So please be aware of that. And we are looking at seeing what the first card is going to bring. Now, we had this one yesterday, and that was the first time I've actually seen this card since I started these readings. I have attuned myself when the pack arrived, but this is the first time it's actually come out in a reading. And it says, emerging into grace. I open my soul to grace. And it's interesting that yesterday, this was a card that was pulled and put onto the table by Spirit, the guidance of Spirit. And what they're actually opening you up to, which was not made clear yesterday, but is becoming more clear, more understanding today, and as you step through Saturday and also into Sunday, that you are emerging into grace, and you are enabling yourself through your heart center to open your soul into grace, to being love. And you are in tune with the work that you have been doing on your inner pathway to hold the vibration of love. Love is currency, love is a way of being, unconditional love. That means to say that anybody else can do whatever they like because it is their pathway to do so. And by standing strong within your heart, they do not have permission on the matrix plane to interfere with you. They can try, but you have to give your permission, and that will be at a more internal permission for the shadow, the controllers, to actually operate. So they tend to cause a situation, and by causing the situation, the people will then react, and they will call for an answer to the solution that has been put in place by the controllers. And when the people ask for something to go with the situation, therefore the controllers, by universal law, can step in to the majority decision to implement what they had in mind all along. That was the reasoning behind the situation that they actually set up to control you. It's just to get your permission to go further into a more darker enabled control systematic system. Sorry, there's obviously some reluctance on me speaking out on this matter, because it literally hits home very much deep as to what is going on this planet. Do not engage. Do not even go down that way, even if you have peer pressures. No, you are emerging to a grace. You have done your inner work, and you have opened your soul to allow your soul, which is its natural state, to shine through you. And we go on to the second card. And this one's come up, I think, at the beginning of the week. So we're revisiting, because we have, I think it's this year we've got 6 of the planetary bodies going into retrograde, although we now have Venus on the turn. She will be shortly, although she was stationary, so that means to say that she's got to redo more work before she will go forward. And there are areas in your life that you need to sit down and within the heart, see what corners you've still got little bits of dust and clutter, so that you can actually step out. And it says, simplify your life. I cherish the simple pleasures of life. And a lot of the pleasures that you have been told that is important to you, and it's been there. They're talking about one particular reader has actually decided she's no longer going to wear makeup on videoing, because it's her right to look natural and her body is shining in her element. But it's the peer pressure that, oh no, you can't go out there, you've got to be this, you've got to be that. Trying to force a square peg into a round hole. That is the simplifying of your life, not to conform whichever matter it is. Allow your soul to flow with you, to bring you to the best possible experiences that your soul would like to share with you. Joy, happiness. It's there. Simplify your life and step out through the portal, the gateway, on Sunday as a new person. New direction, new birth. You are the true version of you, not a false, cluttered version that just holds you back. I'm going to leave that one there for the time being, and I'm going to go over to the divine directions to pull a card to balance out what is going on here. And we will see when we are going to be ready. Not quite there yet. We haven't quite got to the card they want me to read. We have a split. There we are. We can go ahead. And we'll take just one card, is what they're saying off the top of the pile. Communicate. Communicate with others more freely. Speak up. You have a right to be heard. That actually means that you are no longer accepting the clutter of how others are trying to push you into a shoebox so that you can make them feel better. No more. There is no need for you to drain your energies and to drain the power of who you are by conforming to others who are very jealous, fearful, and would rather have you as a controlled person by the environment so that they can fit in. This is not your pathway. If you do not shine and prepare yourself to step in, we will have more of the same. But if you are prepared to allow your soul to shine through you and be the true star of who you are, and you are magnificent, communicate as a true star being. And if others do not like that, that is their problem. And it is time for you to go to where you feel your tribe is at, is what they're saying. And this could be by leaving a job. The people that you work with may not, if you do have a job, that is, or a situation where you, as an employee, you may feel as though you no longer can fit in now that you removed your mask and you're shining your true purpose of who you are. However, you will find that your soul will guide you to your true and right tribe members so that you can work together ready to take humanity, Mother Earth, into the next level. There is much going on in the heavens. There is they're saying there is a fight going on to get control of Earth, and there are many fashions that will go again, like the creating a situation, people complaining, crying out for help, and the help will come, but it will tie you down into a much deeper hole than where we're at. And we're talking disclosure and those that are hovering just outside of the edge for our vision. Spherical vision is what they're saying. Sorry, I can't exactly say the word. I know what they mean, but it's the edge of our actual vision, that we are heading in this way, but they're coming in at the side, at the edges, so that we cannot actually see their true agenda. Communicate. Listen to your heart center and your inner child. Your inner child cannot be fooled. You cannot pull the wool over the eyes of your inner child. And step into grace. I would leave that one with you there. It's obviously a very powerful weekend. And for those of you who are going to depart, may I wish you a fantastic weekend. And take whatever it is you feel resonates with you. And I wish you well on your divine journey of stepping out into the world again. And for those of you who wish to follow on with part 2, that will be over on my YouTube channel, which is Etmir, Balance Beyond Time. And for those of you who would like to sign up for the newsletter, Etmir News, all the details are below this video. Etmir News at etmir.org, and I'd be delighted to be able to sign you over. Everything is done at the moment manually, so please have patience with it, and you are a very valued member to our tribe. Well, until we meet again, may your heart star shine brightly.